several pro-Kannada organizations and other right groups. As we speak, the entire procession consisting of roughly around nearly 50 organizations, pro-Kannada organizations, right groups, several other NGOs are nearing the VHC Home Science College and are heading towards Freedom Park. What we understand is that the police are planning to stop the entire procession at Freedom Park itself, and barricades have been put in place, and in all likelihood perhaps 5 to 8 representatives might be allowed to march from Freedom Park towards the Chief Minister's residence and submit the memorandum, but the rest of the crowd, rest of the protesters will have to disperse from Freedom Park, otherwise they will be symbolically arrested, Akshita.
Right, Harish, we have noticed the likes of Vatal Nagaraj, Praveen Shetty and others present there. If you could take us through who are the prominent leaders present for this protest.
Well, Vatal Nagaraj and others, whether it's Praveen Shetty and others, they are leading the protest. Apart from these pro-Kannada activists, we also have Sara Govindu, who is the president of Rajkumar Fan Club Association and also a well-known personality from the Sandalwood. He is part of the protest as well. There are other leaders who have joined in, but no major political faces as such. It's more largely activist or pro-Kannada organization-driven protest, Akshita.
Right, Harish. Also, of course, we'd spoken to Deepak earlier. We asked him as well if there are any stray incidents coming to light. What about you? Have you witnessed any point where the police had a tough time controlling these mob?
Well, there has been no untoward incident as such till now, although there were a few complaints at town hall itself where a section of women's organization voiced a protest against them being heckled or being sidelined in this whole bargain to give sound bites to the media by several pro-Kannada leaders. But apart from that, no major incident during the entire procession, Akshita.
Also, Harish, do we know if they're planning to make their way to the Chief Minister's residence after Freedom Park?
Well, that is their agenda to go ahead and continue this procession till the Chief Minister's residence and submit the memorandum. But in all likelihood, the police will not allow that to happen. And there have been elaborate security arrangements at the Freedom Park itself. They will not be allowed to proceed any further from Freedom Park. There's BSF, there's the state police, there's KSRC and Bangalore police who have been put in place. They have already blocked a section of the road leading towards the Chief Minister's residence and the racecourse road that has already been blocked. They will not be allowed to go. Perhaps 5 to 8 representatives might be allowed. That is what the police are planning at this juncture, Akshita.
Right, Harish, thank you so much for joining us with all those updates. We do understand that these particular activists are ensuring, as they promised, that the protests are peaceful. They have a number of demands at hand. They are, in fact, showing off exactly what kind of power they hold. But they're trying to ensure that all of this is within the ambit of the law, within the ambit of the rules that was put across by the police department. And well, we do understand that the police are maintaining a very, very tight hold on all that's taking place. Only 2 stray incidents coming to light where 2 BMTC buses were targeted by miscreants. Stone pelting was reported. Besides that, things very much are under control. Remember, the protests led to town hall. Huge number of people gathered there, and now all of them are making their way to Freedom Park. Opposed that, what the activists plan is to make their way to the Chief Minister's residence to submit a memorandum to demand better safety for women as well as children and to ensure that the maximum punishment is meted out to the rapists. But the police may not allow that to happen. Heightened security at the Chief Minister's residence and on the way as well. So keeping all that in mind, it will not be easy for these activists to breach that security and get through. In all likelihood, we could be looking at about 5 to 6 of these particular activists to represent the others, be allowed to go inside and voice their demands to the Chief Minister. That may be given by the police, but besides that, as of now, the police are ensuring that things are under control and that they hold the upper hand. They are ensuring that the activists move in one straight line, so traffic isn't affected too badly, and besides that, also ensuring that there are personnel present ahead of the protest on the sides and at the end to ensure that at any point, if there's a need for deployment, they are present at the spot. Well, the Bandh is set to officially get over at 6 p.m. So by then things will be peaceful on the streets of Bengaluru. As of now, if you have to head out, ensure you start well ahead in time. There is a lot of traffic out there. If you have to catch a flight, ensure you start much ahead because there is traffic. A lot of activists have taken to the streets, and these are some of the busiest and most prominent areas of Bangalore through which they are going through. So keeping that in mind, keeping in mind the fact that these activists have come out in huge numbers, we have to ensure that if you are in fact venturing out, ensure you start well ahead in time and are prepared for many traffic snags. And let's take a look at what's happening across the city besides these particular protests. My colleague Vivek Vinayak reports.
I'm standing here at KR Market, and you can take a look. There's absolutely no change in the way life has moved on here. Very few BMTC buses though. The BMTC buses were plying enough in the morning, but now they've reduced after Vatal Nagaraj warned all the BMTC buses to not ply on the road. Otherwise, they will have to face severe consequences. Otherwise, people are moving normally. There's no protest. There's no stone pelting like normally we see in a Bandh. Shops there, you actually see there. All the shops open in particular KR Market. Of course, the street vendors are not coming out. But if you actually see, people are walking large numbers. You see an auto person here. Sir, you auto ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಇವತ್ತು?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್. ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
Auto ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ?
ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ಬಂದು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಏನು ಸರ್, ಯಾರು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಲಿ ಸರ್?
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಆಟೋ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಓಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ರೇಟ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್?
ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸರ್.
Okay, there you go. The auto driver also saying he is not really following the Bandh too much. He is plying on the road. He is doing his normal routine of driving the auto around the city. So in terms of people actually, being affected by this Bandh, I think there's very, very less effect on the normal functioning of Bengaluru. The citizens are going on the road. Remains to be seen how throughout the day or in due course of the day, how this Bandh will affect Bengaluru. One of the busiest business hubs in Bengaluru is the SP Road, and today it wears a deserted look. You can take a look here. None of the shops in this particular road are open. Every single shop on this particular road is closed, and one wonders how much business will be lost with today's Bandh. All the merchants and vendors of SP Road going with the protest and going with the Bandh. I have with me here a gentleman who also runs a particular store here in SP Road. What's your good name, sir? And tell me, how is your business affected today on the Bandh?
100% बंद.
Okay. Okay. How is your business affected? आपका business कैसे affect हुआ है?
पूरा खत्म आज बंद है बिजनेस पूरा. वो कोई भी शॉप और नहीं हुआ आज.
इस रोड में कोई भी नहीं खुला रखा है?
100% क्लोज है.
Okay. आपको ये बंद के बारे में क्या राय है आपका?
नहीं बंद करेक्ट बंद है एकदम.
करेक्ट बंद है.
हाँ.
क्यों बंद करने से कुछ फायदा होगा आपको? ये
थोड़ा बहुत तो मिलेगा ना. लोगों ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए, उनको तो थोड़ा बहुत हेल्प मिलेगा ना.
आपका क्या कोई बिजनेस है इस रोड में?
थोड़ा डल हो गया.
डल हो गया आज के बंद की वजह से.
बहुत डल हो गया.
All right. So there you go. The merchants here on SP Road saying that because of today's Bandh, they're with the Bandh, they're for the Bandh, but their business definitely is affected with nobody plying on the road, all the shops closed. Post 6 p.m. they're saying that they will open their shops, but it remains to be seen how much today's Bandh will actually help Bengaluru and how much it will make an effect on the government's effectiveness on solving these cases and preventing crimes against women. Camera person Abu Bakar Siddiq, Vivek Vinayak for News 9, Bengaluru.
Well, there you have it. It looks like Bengaluru isn't affected too much. Some parts, of course, functioning as usual. We're looking at people coming out in huge numbers, the streets filled with people, markets remaining open, and some shops are also going ahead and daring the Bandh call to stay open. Autos are plying on the roads. Other areas such as SP Road, everything has come to an absolute standstill. The shops have been closed to the vendors, saying that they are expressing their solidarity with the cause and have closed their shops. They will open post 6 p.m. of course. So those are the visuals of what's happening across Bengaluru. Yes, there are large-scale protests by activists, but besides that, largely peaceful in other parts of Bengaluru, be it SP Road, be it KR Market. Either life is going about normally or it's come to a standstill, but absolutely no sort of violence coming to light in these particular areas. It's been a mixed response so far to the Bandh. While some people have shown their support, shown their solidarity with the Bandh call, others have dismissed it, saying that it is not something that will provide an answer to the rape cases in the state. And besides that, others have chosen to stick to it as a holiday and simply go ahead and relax at home. Remember, malls are closed, theatres are closed today, all of which will open post 6 p.m. This Bandh will go on till 6 p.m. and post that the activists will disperse. They are making their way to Freedom Park, so there are quite a few traffic snarls being reported across the city, and these protests have been raging on for the last 2-3 hours, will go on for the next 2-3 hours as well. From Freedom Park, the activists plan to march on to the Chief Minister's residence, where of course the police will be hoping to stop them. They put up barricades already. There is heightened security at the Chief Minister's residence, and they are planning to let about 6 or 7 representatives of these activists make their way through and actually speak to the Chief Minister. We could be looking at that taking place, but the police have maintained a very tight vigil. They have controlled this growing mob and ensured that things are relatively peaceful in the city. And well, of course, we understand that for the next 5 hours, things will pretty much calm down. We have seen probably the maximum extent of these particular protests when things did go a little offhand is when these particular activists came together at Town Hall. Vatal Nagaraj did speak to the mob and even state that buses will not be allowed to ply, that if they continue to ferry passengers back and forth, they will pay the ultimate price. After that, we have seen the number of buses on the roads reduce, also considering, of course, that 2 stone pelting incidents did come to light. The bus services have been reduced, but besides that, public transport not being affected per se. Autos are ferrying, taxis are out there on the roads, and all of them are also going ahead and only using their normal fares. They haven't increased their fares, keeping in mind that these associations have decided not to support the Bandh call. And besides that, of course, we do understand that several people have taken to the streets. Even concerned citizens are out there protesting. They too are making their way to Freedom Park. Of course, they have made it clear that they're not part of these pro-Kannada organizations, that they're not a part of KRV. But besides that, they've also made their way to Freedom Park.